regarding the routing table or forwarding table or lookup table, right? How do you enter the station port address with respect to the bridge if two different lines are connected through different bridges? That example we have seen. To connect two different LAN, we need a single bridge or maybe multiple number of bridge, and how to enter the port address into the table. We have seen that. Okay, that is in your forwarding table example, right? Today we are going to see the spanning tree, because if you see in your uh, syllabus, for the first module up to spanning tree it is there. Okay, source routing bridge is not there. Then what are the difficulties you are facing, and how do we move for the spanning tree algorithm, that and all we have to see that. So in the previous example we have seen that looping problems are there. To avoid those looping problem, we have to go for the spanning tree algorithm. Okay, so this is very very important. You have to concentrate upon the spanning tree algorithm and how do we solve the routing problem, or to find out the best path by using the spanning tree. You have to focus upon that. Okay, so you just take your notebook and be ready with that. Spanning tree algorithm, this is nothing but an algorithm which will provide us, or which will give rise to a best path with respect to different criteria. So what are the different criteria of spanning tree algorithm? First one, we have to select a root bridge. Okay, what is this root bridge? Among all the bridges, we have to select that root bridge with the lowest bridge ID. Suppose we have B1, B2, B3, B4 and up to Bn it is there. So which one is the lowest ID? Here in this case 1, 2, 3, 4 are the IDs of the bridges. So which one is the lowest one? We have to select that and label it as root bridge. Okay. So suppose we have different LANs. Suppose this is LAN 1, LAN 2 and this is LAN 3, and we are connecting this LAN through, this is B1, and again this LAN 1 can be connected to LAN 3 through bridge 2. Okay, this is LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3. So this is the way we have to interconnect the LAN by using the bridge, and among the available bridge we have to find out with the lowest ID of the bridge, that will be our root bridge. Okay, again in that root bridge we may see that the bridge ID, like here simply I told you that 1, 2, 3 this may be the bridge ID, but actually what does this ID contain? It contains the information regarding your priority as well as the MAC address. So suppose we have the 8 byte. Okay, it is of 8 bytes. So in this 8 byte, 2 represents, 2 bytes represent initial 2 byte. First 2 byte represents the priority, and remaining 6 byte it represents the MAC address. So the bridge ID is the composition of priority plus MAC address. You have to remember that. So how do you select the bridge ID? If it contains the priority, all the bridge ID, it must contain the priority. First you have to see the priority. Several examples are there guys, don't worry. I'll show you how do you identify the priority. Okay, from that priority only, like suppose 3 4 8 2 7 9 8 8 2 7 9 8 4. Okay, so then again 3 5 8 2 7 9 8 4, again 3 6 8 2 7 9 8 4. So which bit is priority bit from this example? 3 4 8 2 7 9 8 4 among this? Just for an example I said 3 4 8 2 7 9 8 4, 3 4 8 2 7 9 8 4, then 3 5 same, remaining bits are same, then 3 6, then same. So which is the priority bit? 3-4 is the priority bit, 3-5 is the priority bit, 3-6 is the priority bit, and remaining 6 bytes are your MAC addresses. So how do you select the root bridge? From the priority. Which one is the least ID at here? If you see, 3-4 is the least priority bit available, so this will be the root bridge. In this way we have to identify if priority and MAC address both are mentioned in the question. Okay, then come to root bridge. You got it or not? How to identify the root bridge as per the definition given at here? A root bridge is the yes, tell me. A root bridge is the
lowest bridge ID.
Yeah, what is bridge ID? It carries priority and MAC address. Yeah, it carries priority and MAC address of the bridge ID. Okay. So from the priority you have to, if priority is mentioned, you have to identify. Otherwise, simply I have given the example of B1, B2, B3. Which one is smaller than? From the ID point of view, you have to select that. Okay, so root bridge is confirmed. Then come to second point in the spanning tree. Root bridge selection is over. Then the second point is to find out the root port. Here, root port. Root port means once if you have been find out the root bridge, suppose here one more LAN is there which is connecting LAN 2 to LAN 4. Okay, that is suppose our bridge 3. So already we have been defined the root bridge. Except that root bridge, we have to find out the best path, whether we can reach from B2 to B1 in this way, or these are called as port, guys. So 1 to 1 to in a LAN, if I will draw a bridge and I will try to connect another LAN, so these are called as port 1 and port 2. So port 1 may connect to one LAN and port 2 may connect to another LAN. So similar way we have to find out all the ports with respect to all the bridge except the root bridge, which are the possible way to reach your root bridge. That is called as to find out the root port. Like in this example, if you see this example, it carries 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 LAN and 5 bridges. Just make a note of it. This example, 4 LANs and 5 bridges. So if you see B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, these are the bridge ID. Okay. So among these, as per the first criteria of spanning tree, if you move to find out the root bridge, which will be the root bridge? B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. Which one is the lowest one? Here priority and MAC address are not mentioned. Here it has been given as it is. So the first criteria to select the root bridge is from the lowest bridge ID. So here I will say B1 is the root bridge. This is the root bridge. Okay, then second point, we have to find out the root ports. Ports in the case 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 with respect to the associate port number, the port numbers associated to the respective bridge. So we have to find out the best path to reach to the root bridge. That is called as selection of root port. Okay, this is the second point. Then you have to find out the root port except this B1. You have to find out root port for B2 with respect to B1, B3 with respect to B1, B4 with respect to B1 and B5 with respect to B1. Whatever the available bridges except the root bridge, you have to find out the root port. Then the next point is called as selection of designated bridge and designated port. What is the need of this? In the previous scene, we have seen that we have to find out the root port with respect to the root bridge. But except that root bridge, we have to find out the root port for all the available bridges. Similarly, we have to find out the designated bridge. This designated bridge, it must have the least cost path. Least cost path means suppose there are 3 ways to enter to your VIT. Route 1, route 2, route 3. But which path will take less time to reach to your destination? As per that only we have to find out the route designated bridge. Okay, you have to take the cost of that. Here cost means it will be mentioned in the example, guys. When coming to the example, I'll tell you at that time what is the meaning of cost. We are using actually two type of cost, Ethernet cost and gigabit cost. Ethernet cost is 100 Mbps and gigabit cost is 1 Gbps. Okay, so which one is the lowest speed? We have to assign more cost number. In your practical cases, 19 is the cost number for the Ethernet cost, and for gigabit cost it is 4. So guys, suppose two runners are running. Who is running faster? That fellow or that user can reach to the destination earlier. Are you getting my point? So two runners are running to achieve the cup. So who is running earlier or faster, that can only achieve the cup. That's why it carries less cost. This is the principle. And who is running slow, the cost number is more. What is the meaning of cost number? With respect to the speed only. In this case, with respect to the speed. So it is taking more time to reach to the destination. That's why 100 Mbps means cost number is 19. 1 Gbps means 4. Practically, it is there in your lab. We will do this also. But sometimes we may give for example, we may give 8 and 10. 10. Which one is more? That is Ethernet cost. And which one is less? That is Gbps, gigabit cost. It means this is faster than this. You have to understand the concept like this. Okay, then again come to the point. We have to find out the designated bridge as per the cost mentioned. Suppose the cost is not at all mentioned. Equal cost is there, means that cost will be 1. Without mentioning any cost, cost is associated with the port number, guys. Suppose here port number 1 and port number 2 is there. Suppose here the cost is 19 and here the cost is 4. It means this is the cost for Ethernet cost and this is for gigabit Ethernet cost. Like that only the cost associated with the port number. Then we have to find out the designated bridge with least cost. Then the next point. The next point in the statement 3, it carries the designated port. After defining the cost or finding out the appropriate bridge, designated bridge, we have to find out the port. Which port number is suitable to make a path to reach through that to the designated bridge or the route bridge. To reaching towards the route bridge, which path is cost effective, that we have to label this as designated port D and designated bridge as DB. Okay, like that. And here also you have to remember that we have to find out from the previous calculation which will show us the least cost path, that we have to only label it as designated port. Suppose the designated bridge, designated port and route port, route bridge, everything is calculated. All will give rise to a forwarding state, not backward state. All should move in a forwarding state. Forwarding state means how you have entered the data in that forwarding table, like that only. Okay. Then suppose the route available with the bridge are not coming into the use, that path is not coming into the use and that are showing unused, that is called as block ports, which are not coming into use and we are labeling this as in the blocking state, that ports are in the blocking state. So what we have to find out from the conclusion of the spanning tree, we have to find out route bridge, route port, designated bridge, designated port, forwarding path and blocking path or blocking state. After finding the route bridge, route port, designated bridge and designated port, you have to tabulize. You have to make a tabular column with respect to the bridge and the port number, and you have to enter the data for forwarding state and for blocking state. So these are the things we are going to see in this next example. Once again I will just repeat, just summarize this. Spanning tree algorithm, it initiates with to find out a route bridge with respect to the lowest bridge ID. Then second point, it determines the route port associated with the least cost path. Okay, least bridge ID, route bridge, least cost path, route port. Then designated bridge. Designated bridge also associated with the calculation of least cost path from the land to the bridge. This one bridge to the bridge, but this bridge to the root bridge, but this is land to the root bridge. Okay. Then the designated port. Designated ports land from the land to the designated bridge with the least or the lowest bridge ID with respect to the lowest bridge ID. Suppose the tie situation is there, guys. How do you identify? If there is the tie situation, you have to select again with respect to the lowest bridge ID. Okay. This algorithm you no need to mug up. You can realize after solving the problem, you can easily remember this, or you can realize through the practice example only. Okay. So let's have a look at the practice problem. As I said, we are going to find out the spanning tree algorithm with respect to the given 4 lands and 5 bridges. So what is the first step to proceed for the spanning tree algorithm? To find out the root port or root bridge. First step, step 1. Root bridge. We have to find out the root bridge. So B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Here we may see that the root bridge is which one? Which one is the root? B1. Then with respect to the B1, we have to find out from B1 to B5. We have selected that from the ID B1 is the lowest ID, 1 is the lowest ID. So that's why we have labeled this as the root bridge. What is the next step or step 2? This is step 1. What is step 2? Root port, to find out the root port for each bridge. Okay, except root bridge. So what we have to find out? To find root port for each bridge. Okay, with respect to WRT to B1, it means B2 to B1, B3 to B1, B3 to B1, B4 to B1, B5 to B1. So let's proceed for the first one, B2 to B1. Okay, so guys, here cost is not mentioned separately. So whatever the port numbers like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, we have to consider this port number as the cost. So cost of LAN 1 to B2 is 1, cost of LAN 2 to B2 is 2. Similarly, cost of LAN 2 to B4 is 1, cost of LAN 3 to B4 is 2. This port number itself we have to consider as cost at here. And guys, one more thing, one more consideration we can do it here. Suppose here it is not mentioned to consider the port number as the cost. In some other example I will tell you, you may consider if the question is given consider the port number as the cost, at that time you have to consider in this way, like I have discussed earlier. But in this case, suppose nothing is mentioned, what is the cost number of the respective ports, it has not mentioned at all. So here you have to consider equal cost formula. And what is the equal cost? That is equal to 1. So irrespective of the port number, you have to consider cost is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. Okay, so we will proceed with the equal cost formula because nothing has been given in this question, just it has been given that solve the 4 lands with 5 bridges to find out the forwarding path and the blocking path. Okay, so we will proceed with equal cost formula. So you got what are the cost for port number 1? 1. Port number 2 is 1. Port number 1, 2, 3 all are 1. Now we are proceeding at step 2 to find out the root port for each bridge with respect to the root bridge B1. Okay, proceed. B2 to B1. How do you find out that? How do you find out? If the land cost is not mentioned, we have considered this as equal cost. Then cost is 1. We have considered that cost is 1. So for B2 to B1, I am just erasing all this thing, guys. B2 to B1, you have to mention the path. So what are the paths? With respect to bridge port number, like that only we have to write. B2, what are the possible paths to reach B1? This is one possible path and this is one possible path. Okay, so let's see. First one, B21 plus B11. With respect to bridge 2 port 1 and bridge 1 port 1. That is one path. Then another one, bridge 2 to this one. Bridge 2 to bridge 1 2. Okay. One direction is from B to 1 side, another possible path from 2 to side, B22 plus B12. Now cost. What is the cost for 2 1? 1. What is the cost for 1 1? 1. Cost is 2. We have to add the cost. Here it is 2. Now what is the cost at here? 1 plus 1. It is 2. This is called as cost. Now you tell me, now the tie situation is there. How do you identify the lowest port ID? 2 1 or 2 2? Starting with respect to B2 only we are finding, no. 2 1 is the lowest or 2 2 is the lowest? Port 1 is lowest or port 2 is lowest?
2 1.
Yes. So now what is the root port? We have to label this as, this is the root port R. Okay. Root port labeled with R for bridge 2. Similarly, bridge 3 to bridge 1. What are the possible paths? B31. Guys, let's make a calculation at here. B31 plus B13 or 1 1. 1 1. B31 first path is B31 plus B11. Second path is through this way. B32 plus which path we should follow? B42. Okay. Then B41. B41 plus B12. What is the cost? 1 plus 1 equal to 2, and here we may get that 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4 ones equal to 4. And the third possible path through B3. Already we have selected this path, so this will go like this only. So tell me for B33, all the possible ports we have to take. B33 plus B52. Tell me guys. B51. Yes. Plus B42. Yes.
B41.
Yes.
B12.
B41 plus B12. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, right? So which will give rise to less cost? First one we got 2, then 4, then 6. Which path we have to select? Root port. Which is root port for bridge 3? Port 1, 2 or 3? Which gives us less cost? This 2. So B3 one side, this one is the root port for bridge 3. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes, Emma.
Okay, so B2, B3 is over. Now we have to calculate this for B4 and B5. So guys, you can do it from your side. Quickly, I'll show you the path. For B4, see what are the possible paths? B41 and B12. This is one possible path. Then this is B42 side, this one. This next path is B41, again B22, B21 and B11. This is one possible path. Another possible path is also there, this one, B42, then B32, B31, then B1. These are the four possible paths. So where shall we get the least cost for bridge 4? We are finding the root port. Okay, now the next task is from B4 to B1. So what are the possible paths? First one, B4 to B1, if you say path 1, path 1 is B41 plus B41, this one, and B12. 1 plus 1 equal to 2, right? Then path 2. What is path 2? Path 2 is B41, okay. Then B22 to B21 and B11. And this is B41. Then see guys, we are not coming B41 to B2. We cannot cross the bridge. Either we have to pick the top port or bottom port or left or right side port. We cannot cross like this. Okay, B1, B41 and B22. You should not write like that. Okay. Then B41, B22 plus B21 plus B11. The cost is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 4. Right. Then third possible path is from B42 side, B42 plus B32 plus B31 plus B11. What is the cost at here? Here also the cost is 4. Now 2 is there. We no need to check for this tie situation. Already the less or least cost is available. So we need not to bother about the equal cost. So this is the lowest port or the least cost port which will justify the B4 to B1 path. Which one is that? B41. So I will write this is the root port for this. Okay. Then similarly last one, B5 to B1. Okay. So B5 to B1, what are the possible paths? First we will check. This is path 1, again path 2, and this is path 3. Three possible paths are there. We will proceed as per that. B51. Okay. So this is path 1 condition. B51 plus B42 plus, tell me guys, next one, B41 plus B12. What is the cost? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Then B51 path 2, B51 plus B32 plus B31 plus B11. Here also cost is 4. Then third path, B52 plus B33 plus B31 plus B11. Here also cost is 4. Now see guys, there is a 3 tie situation. Which path we have to follow? Which route we have to follow as the route port with respect to bridge 5 to bridge 1? Tell me quickly. Which one is having least ID, least bridge ID? See, if you leave this 5 side also, 5 2 side, it's okay. 512 and 5 1 and 4 2. This is 5 1 and B32. Which should be the lowest one? Guys, which one? Tell me no.
B51.
Yes, B51. This is the root. Okay. So with respect to bridge 2, port 1 is the root port. With respect to bridge 3, port 1 is the root port. With respect to bridge 4, port 1 is the root port. With respect to bridge 5, port 1 is the root port. Okay. So let's have a look. Yeah, it has been mentioned like that. Then step 3. Step 3 is to find out the designated bridge and port for each LAN. Now the bridge part is over. Now the step 3 is to find designated bridge and port. For each LAN. Okay, so how it will be? LAN 1 to B1, LAN 2 to B1, LAN 3 to B1, LAN 4 to B1. We have to find out the designated bridge and designated port. Starting with the LAN 1 to B1 side only, we will move. What is LAN 1 to B1? Where is LAN 1? Okay, in this LAN 1 to B1, directly you can see which path we have to follow, which bridge should be the designated bridge to reach the B1 easily. This is B1 itself and this is B2 to B1. Which path is the path which will carry the shortest path? If you come from LAN 1 directly to B1, what is the cost? Cost is
One.
B11 equal to 1. Similarly, through this way, LAN 1 through bridge 2 1 plus bridge 2 2 and bridge 1 2. Which one will be the cost? The second path is with respect to bridge 2 1 plus bridge 2 2 plus bridge 1 2. With respect to the LAN we are finding, guys. Okay, cost is 3. So which one is the designated bridge for LAN 1? Cost is 1. We have to select this path. That's why this will be the designated bridge. Okay. Similarly, for LAN 2 to B1, where is the LAN 2? LAN 2 to B1, it is B12, cost is 1. Again LAN 2 to B2, B2 to B21 and B11. Yeah. Which should be the cost? I am writing elaborately, guys, so that you can understand. Now LAN 2 to B1. What are the possible path? First one is B12, cost equal to 1. And the second path B22 plus B21 plus B11, cost is 3. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1, cost is 3. So we have to select B12 as the designated bridge. With respect to LAN 2. What about LAN 3? Where is our LAN 3? Yeah, this is LAN 3. This is B42, B41 and B21. This is one path, and another path LAN 3 side. This is one possible path. B32, B31 and B11. Yeah. Tell me, in both the cases, you may get equal cost. LAN 3 to B1. Okay. First path we may write that B42 plus B41 plus B12, cost equal to 3. The second one B42, sorry, B32, this path, no, B32 plus B31 plus B11. Here also cost is 3. So which one is the lowest bridge ID? 3, 2, not 4, 2. So this will be the designated bridge. Okay. Now len 4, last one is there. Len 4 to B1. Guys, len 4 to B1 side. Len 4. How many possible path will be there? Len 4 to B1. This is len 4. B52, B51, B42, B41, then B12. This is one possible path. Another one, B33, B31 and B11. Okay, let's have a look. Len 4 to B1. Len 4 to B1. So what are the possible paths? First one is B52 plus B51 plus B42 plus B41 plus B12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cost is equal to 5. The second path, B33, this entry, B33 plus B31 plus B11. Cost is equal to 3. Obviously, this is providing the least cost path. So, B33 will become the designated bridge. Okay. Okay. The designated bridge part is done. The next step is finding out the designated port. Okay, step 4. See, in this way we have seen the designated bridge. Okay, the last step is step 4, second last step. To find out designated route. Okay, designated bridge we have been solved. So now that we have to find out the designated port. Okay, so designated bridge path labeled with this. Now we have to find out the designated port. So step 4, to find okay. Now let's have a look. How do you find out that? In B1, both ports are labeled as designated port. What is the formula to find out the designated port? As per the property it is written, if you go back, the designated ports are those ports which connects the LAN and the designated bridge. In case tie, the designated bridge is the one with lowest bridge ID. Okay, so now we will see, after mentioning that designated port and route port and finding out the route bridge, this is our data. How do we proceed with the step 4? In B1, if you see, both the ports are occupied. So with LAN 2, port 2 is the designated port, and for LAN 1, port 1 is the designated port for bridge 1. So for bridge 1, both port. For bridge 2, port 1 is the root port, occupied for root port, but port 2 is not occupied. Okay, so 2 is not occupied. For bridge 3, any of the port which is not occupied? All are occupied. Occupied in the sense connected. What about bridge 4? Any of the port is not connected? Port 2. Okay. Port 2 is not connected. For bridge 5, any of the port is not connected? Port 2 is not connected. Now, the last step, these are called as the forwarding path calculation and block ports. Last step, block ports. On the forwarding table itself, you can see the block ports. For B1 occupied, B3 occupied. So B2, B4 and B5 block ports can be seen for that bridges only. For bridge 2 it is port number 2. For bridge 4 it is again port number 2, and for B5 it is again port number 2. So we have to mark like this. These are the block ports. That's all. So you can see that to reach B1 from B2, you should prefer this path. To reach B3 to B1, you can take any of the port 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then for B4, you have to take only port 1 to reach to B1, not this side. And for B5, you have to take again for this B5 and this side, because this part is blocked. You cannot proceed through this 2 part. And again B5, this part is blocked. You cannot reach. So these are the possible path with respect to the lowest bridge ID, least cost calculation. Okay. And we have filled the forwarding table as well as the block port or blocking path also has been calculated. And this is all about the spanning tree algorithm implementation. That's all. Any doubt, miss, you may ask me.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, is it possible that when you upload this slide is already uploaded, but can you upload the slide where you have written all the notes also?
This calculation path, right? That is
Yes,
available
ma'am.
in
Yes, ma'am.
recordings, no?
Yes, ma'am. But recording is about an hour long, ma'am. So,
You can download this. You can download this. See, if I will save this, keep now all my slide, I have to re-prepare the slide. Are you getting my point?
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Just this a slide, ma'am, because this calculation spanning tree is quite like minute things are there that we have to keep in mind. So, ma'am,
See. One suggestion I can give, you can download the recordings. Lifelong you can save it.
Ma'am,
Are you
or else
getting
you
my
can
point?
upload in the stream, right? The recording.
See guys, you can download that. Okay, I will download from my side and I will upload in your team file. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
You too
Yes,
can
that is
download.
fine.
But I will do that for you. Okay. Today itself I will download and upload for you. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay guys.
Thank you.
So what is my suggestion to you? You please go through your recordings. And to practice this is very essential. This spanning tree algorithm, this is very essential.